With just 2 games left of the Bundesliga season, can Bayern wrap it up against Red Bull Leipzig? We'll talk about that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to matchday number 33 in your 2018-2019 Bundesliga season, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep you bang up to date with all things Bundesliga related, Blackburn Rovers related, woo, football related, all here under one roof. Now, before we take a look at matchday number 33, we're going to take a look back at matchday number 32 to see how the prediction king, that is me, got on. Yeah, I have good days, I have bad days, and I think this was a bad week in general across the leagues, as I got quite a few wrong. But it happens, boys and girls, it happens. So let's take a look at it. First and foremost, it was Mainz up against Red Bull Leipzig, and what a game this was. 6-goal thriller, boys and girls, as Leipzig and Mainz battled out for a 3-3 draw. Actually sort of going in favour of Mainz this weekend, 1-0 winners in the end, but ultimately got that one wrong, folks. Hertha Berlin took on Stuttgart. Obviously, Hertha Berlin, remember them, they started the season pretty good, but they obviously ended up in mid-table now against Stuttgart, who are struggling. But that ended up as a 3-1 win in favour of Hertha Berlin, so a big win for them. I actually saw it as a 2-1 win, so yay, I got one right for a change. Meanwhile, Wolfsburg took on Nürnberg. Obviously, Nürnberg in the old drop zone as it stands, and they did boost their chances this weekend as they lost 2-0 to Wolfsburg. I actually saw it as a 1-1 draw. So I got the right amount of goals, I just didn't distribute them correctly, and then I didn't distribute them in favour of Wolfsburg either. Meanwhile, my boys, Mönchengladbach, what the heck is going on there, boys? They had Champions League in their grasp, and they've slipped off the pace. 2-2 draw in the end against Hoffenheim, who are a decent side. Hoffenheim, where are they now? They're up to 8th spot, but Mönchengladbach have gone off the rails. They've only won one in at least 6 games, so they are clinging on to European football at the moment on goal difference. They need to sort their shit out. It doesn't get much easier as they've got 2 difficult games to wrap up the season. I actually saw a 2-1 win. Yeah, I think my loyalty will end there now because they look rough. Meanwhile, current leaders Bayern took on Hannover and they won 3-1 to make it 4 points clear of Dortmund because of the results. We'll tell you about the Dortmund game in just a microsecond. 4-0, I saw it, so I got the right amount of goals, got the right victory as well for Bayern. Meanwhile, Werder Bremen took on Borussia Dortmund and they could only muster a 2-2 draw. I actually saw it as a 2-1 win in favour of Dortmund, so just 1 goal shy, but ultimately this is a damaging result for Dortmund. 4 points clear, 6 on the table. Bayern do have a tricky game though this weekend against Red Bull Leipzig. We'll take a look at that in a second. So a defeat or a draw will open up the door possibly for a Dortmund sideswipe, but they've got a real struggles there to make that happen. Schalke took on Augsburg and they managed a 0-0 draw. I thought because of their victory against Dortmund last time out, I thought they would come out with a victory again, but no, their season really is ropey. They seem to have done enough to secure themselves Bundesliga football for another season. They are currently 7 points clear of Stuttgart, who seem to be stuck in that playoff spot. So I saw it as a 3-1 win, so I got that one wrong. Freiburg took on Fortuna Düsseldorf. The battle of the Fs in a way. 1-1 draw in the end. Freiburg up to 13th spot. Düsseldorf, nice, safe, into 10th spot. Good season for them. In the end, 2-0 victory, I thought, for Freiburg. Got the right amount of goals. Didn't distribute them right. Wrapping up the season. What a game. Wrapping up the week. What a game here. 6-1 winners for Leverkusen over Frankfurt. And that win for Leverkusen gives them a shot at Champions League football. In fact, there's a oh my goodness. It could go. Anyone from 8th to 4th could swipe that last Champions League spot. Frankfurt, Leverkusen, Mönchengladbach, Wolfsburg, Hoffenheim. All in with a realistic shot at it. 3-1, I called it. So I got the right result. I saw a convincing win as well for Leverkusen. That makes 4 wins on the spin as well. So they are the form team going into this crunch clash. Leipzig on the flip side, they're safe as houses into 3rd spot. So Leverkusen will take on Schalke this weekend. Obviously Schalke, they just want to get this season done. I think they just appointed David Wagner. I don't know if he's starting now or if he starts in the new season. But I think they'll lose 3-0 against Leverkusen. He might have that new manager bounce for Schalke and get themselves a win or a draw or something, but realistically I think Leverkusen will continue their win. That'll make 5 on the bounce for them. Hannover take on Freiburg. Hannover, they're down, I believe. I don't think or at least they could possibly get into that playoff spot, but realistically I believe they're down. I think there's 2 games left of the season, 6 points available, so they could do it, and I actually give them the benefit of the doubt here with a 2-0 win over Freiburg. So they'll hope Stuttgart lose this weekend. And Stuttgart will take on Wolfsburg. We'll find out what I've called for that one shortly. So 2-0 win for Hannover, and that will give them an outside shot to survive. I don't think so, though. Hoffenheim will take on Werder Bremen, and Hoffenheim will win as well. 2-1 winners over Werder Bremen, who come into this in 9th spot. They haven't won a game in 3, just won 1 in 5 as well. So Wolfsburg's form is a bit ropey. I think I got that wrong, sorry. No, Werder Bremen's form is a bit ropey. But Hoffenheim on the flip side, they come into this in 8th. 4 wins at the past 6, but they haven't won a game in 2. So that's why I'm going with that one. Stuttgart will take on Wolfsburg. Stuttgart just need the point to secure safety in my eyes. And they'll get that point up against Wolfsburg. A 1-1 draw. Stuttgart's form is not great. Obviously, 4 defeats out of the past 6. They did win 2 games back. So they could grind something out here. Wolfsburg on the flip side, they come into this in 7th spot. Again, outside shot of Champions League football next season. Coming to this, 2 wins on the spin, 2 defeats out of the past 6. It's going to be an uphill struggle for Stuttgart to get anything, but I'm going to give them a shot here with a 1-1 draw. Augsburg will take on Hertha Berlin. Augsburg come into 14th spot. They're safe as houses. They will be playing Bundesliga football next season. Up against the Hertha Berlin side, like I said, had a good, strong start to the season. Have an okay finish to it as well. I'm beaten in 3 games, 1 draw out of the 1 win out of the past 3. They also past 6. Yeah, they did lose the initial 3 there that run. So they will lose this one to Augsburg though at home, and their form book is pretty good as well. 1 loss out of the past 4. So Augsburg will get another 3 points on the board with the 2-0 win over Hertha Berlin. Dortmund will take on Fortuna. It's a sort of must-win game for Dortmund here. Anything? Well, a draw. A draw, what would that do? Now, a draw realistically would not. They need to win it. They need to win it. And up against a Düsseldorf side who their form book at the moment is okay. It's not brilliant. They have won 3 out of the past 6, but most recently out of the past 4, they've won 1 out of the past 4. Up against the Dortmund side whose form book is okay at best. 3 wins out of the past 6, 2 defeats in that cluster as well. I do see them winning though, 3-1 at 4. It's one of them nervy ones for them. I think they're just going to grind it out. They might take a nervy lead, or Düsseldorf might take a nervy lead, and then Dortmund will hopefully peg them back. I'd like to see them go out and win this one up against the powerhouse that is Bayern. So 3-1 win for Dortmund for me, and that will keep the dream alive. Depending on what goes on, because a win for Bayern against Leipzig will wrap it up. Meanwhile, Nürnberg, who are in the relegation zone, Mönchengladbach. Nürnberg are in the relegation zone, up against my boys, Borussia Mönchengladbach, who are in the European or Europa League spot as it stands. They need to win this one to give themselves a shot at Champions League football next season. It's not going to be easy, but I hope that I'm going with it. I'm calling it 2-1 win because the next game is against Dortmund, and you know, so a must-win game for Mönchengladbach as well for the European aspirations, whether it is Europa League, whether it is Champions League. They need to win this flipping game. So 2-1 win for Mönchengladbach away from home. Leipzig take on Bayern. Now here we go. This is it. Obviously, Leipzig are just playing for pride here. I don't think they could realistically get 2nd spot, and that would be a good boost for their mentality going into the new season next year. Up against the Bayern side, who obviously not runaway leaders, but they've battled their way in. They've Man City their way back into this game, or into this season, despite having a ropey start. But I do see another little bit of a twist in the tail here. Leipzig will take a 2-1 win over Bayern, and that will give them a boost, and give Dortmund a boost. Mentally going into the final game of the season. And then if these results stand as they were, it would leave Dortmund 1 point adrift of Bayern going into the final game. And I think Bayern have got, I don't know, I think Bayern might have Frankfurt in the last game of the season. I think Dortmund have Mönchengladbach. So 2 difficult games for both sides to kind of wrap it up. So 2-1 win for Leipzig. That will be an interesting, that will be a cinematic conclusion to the season. And wrapping up, Eintracht Frankfurt will take on Mainz. Now Frankfurt coming to this on the back of that spanking. They've actually not won in 4 games. They've also got Europa League aspirations in the back of their minds with Chelsea, and we'll find the conclusion out prior to this game if they will be into the final of that tournament. They actually hold a 1-1 draw with Chelsea. As it stands, I do see Frankfurt, though, winning this one, regardless of what goes in the Europa League. 3-0 win for Frankfurt in the end, and that will give them a boost as well. And it would nail them on. It would nail them on as favourites going into their final game. Well, would it be? Would it be if they got to take on Bayern? Possibly not. Possibly it would just set up a really good, tense finish to the Bundesliga season. That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. And if you're new, smash the subscribe. I've been predicting the Bundesliga season from the get-go. I'm going to wrap it up in a couple of weeks' time. Well, in fact, 1 week time we'll wrap it up because it'll be the next game is the last one after this one. So we'll be wrapping that sucker up very, very soon, and maybe, just maybe, we'll go again next season and we'll do this all over again. So I would appreciate any comments, any thumbs up and all that kind of good stuff to let you know that you enjoy these videos, to make sure that they're worth my while spending the time to record them, edit them and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, also make sure you check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there, Twitter and Facebook. You can chat with me anytime you like. I'll get back to you at some point. Let me know what you want to see in the channel in the future. Do you want to see more Bundesliga? Do you want to see some other leagues next season? Do you want to see the French division? Do you want to see Portuguese football? What about other football? Maybe the MLS? I don't know. Does anybody watch the MLS? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, check out the old link to the old Patreon channel. I am open to Patreons, boys and girls. We have a couple a couple of boys in the gang already in the exclusive VIP club. If you want to join them and get the exclusive perks and privileges, there are different tiers of support that you can explore. But anyway, folks, we'll be going again to wrap up the season next weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed the video again. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. Back again tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. Chill then. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.